Okay, hello and welcome to the weather update. Yes, another day outside today. Well, it's not like I had a choice because, yeah, the work has restarted on my apartment in the building, in the apartment next to me, and they were soaring and making unbelievable noise this morning, so loud you couldn't hear yourself think. Let's just listen to this for a moment because that's what I had to deal with pretty much. Imagine listening to that. Just imagine listening to that. So, yeah, pretty unpleasant. But anyway, let's. So I got. Well, thanks to them, at least I got outside and enjoyed some nice fall color at Massapequa Preserve. There was a nice sea breeze on the South Shore, but it was kind of warm here in Mineola. We'll get to those temperatures in a moment. But let's first look at these satellite, and you'll see a cold front approaching, and some pretty strong-looking thunderstorms actually over central PA that are, I'm wondering if there are any warnings out for these, but here they are. This is a pretty significant line here of thunderstorms right now over central PA. There's another little line ahead of it. This is all supposed to break up by the time it gets to us, but I'm curious if there's any severe weather watches or warnings over there. So we'll go to the weather and hazards map. I don't see any. There are no watches or warnings for it, but that looks like a pretty hefty line of storms. So right now you can see that southerly flow there. The dew points have risen a little bit into the low 60s, so we're getting a little more humidity in the air. The temperatures are in the mid 60s, and even Jersey, they're in the mid 60s now. But earlier it was a lot warmer, so we're going to look at some of the observations here across the area. We'll start with Farmingdale. Actually, I'll look at Islip. We'll go to Islip here, and we'll look at Islip and see. We'll have to see what their high was today. They got up to 73, so it was cooler. It was more of a sea breeze there. You can see only low 70s, so more of a sea breeze there. But if you look at the middle of the island here, more like further in, like, say, Carl Place, you could see that it got into the mid 70s as well. So we'll look at the high temperatures. Let's do that. It'll be easier that way. So let me go to max temperature, and let's display the maximum temperatures on the screen. 75 in Carl Place was your high. 74 at Farmingdale, 73 at Ronkonkoma, 72 at Shirley. You can see along the South Shore, it didn't even hit 70 with the sea breeze. Toward the North Shore, it was warmer. Got a 79 there in Oyster Bay. 77 at LaGuardia for a high, 73 at JFK, 73 in Central Park, and then if you go over to New Jersey, it was even warmer there. So 79, wow, west of Toms River, 79, 78 in Toms River. Now you know why I don't want to live in New Jersey? It's hot there. But I have another video about, or I get pretty upset about, which you're probably going to see, because this plan, well, that gets talked about in that video. This is a weather update. But you'll see a lot warmer in Jersey throughout the day. No sea breeze there unless you were right along the water. Not much of a sea breeze at all. So let's look at our low temperatures today. 43 in West Hampton. Wow, that's remarkable. So it got down to 43 in West Hampton. So there was some good radiation cooling this morning, actually. 52 in Islip. And even north parts like Old Brookville was 49. We got down to 50 in Carl Place. 62 was your low at LaGuardia, so a lot warmer in the more built-up areas. 48 also for the low in East Hampton as well. What about Toms River? Let's see if they got good radiational cooling in their Pine Barrens. Yeah, 46 west of Toms River. 45 at Coyle Field. 49 for a low at Lakehurst. So yeah, they get to get some radiation cooling, but not as cool as West Hampton. Nope. So let's look at our MODIS satellite. We'll show you what happened. We had a little cirrus around in the morning, like a few contrails, but then by the afternoon we were just mostly sunny once again with a nice blue sky once again, and so that was pretty nice. Let's go look at the models. I guess we'll go to that next. I don't think there were any record highs broken today. 6 to 10 day outlook is still warmer than normal. All right, so let's see. This is the 6 to 10 day outlook from the CPC, and we're still dealing with above normal temperatures. Unfreaking believable. So we were supposed to get some cold air coming in, and that's all changing, unfortunately. We're going to get to that in a moment. But let's go to the models now and look at the North American view here, and we'll start with the jet stream again. And you'll see what the problem is. So we have a trough off the west coast. We have like a trough here, but it's a very shallow trough, lifts out, and then we have another trough come through midweek. But you can see generally some ridging, and then you have, this actually does look like a fairly deep trough, actually. So, I don't know. They're saying warmer than normal, but that to me looks like a colder than normal pattern as we get into November there with the troughs. I don't know why CPC is saying that. So, let's go to the surface here, Kona's view, and we'll go and look and see what's going to be happening at the surface. On the GFS. So we have this front move through. It's going to shift the winds over to the west and northwest tomorrow, so not as much of a sea breeze. It'll be a little cooler, but still above normal. And you can see that front kind of sits offshore, but for the most part, the weekend looks dry with only scattered showers. But then we have this next front coming through that's going to stall out, and this low pressure is going to ride along it. And right now, it's developing this low pressure. It's having this light rain move in early Monday morning. Then we get a break, and then a little more rain Tuesday night, and then Tuesday could be a rainy day with this low developing offshore. And then it kind of sits there for a little bit, kind of hangs back a little bit. And then another strong low develops with this other trough. Very intense coastal storm right there that looks like it would develop Friday now. So it has a pair of coastal storms that are very powerful. And then, if you look over here, is a hurricane on the right-hand part of the screen. And then you get a cold blast. It keeps delaying that cold blast. That's the key. We're supposed to get a cold blast this upcoming week. As far as toward the weekend, we were supposed to get a cold blast, and that got pushed off. So it just keeps pushing it off for whatever reason. And it's got a pair of storms here that develop as we get into the weekend. So let's go to let's take a closer look at our area, and we'll go to the HRRR. Should have enough of that in. And we'll take a look and see what's going to be happening tomorrow. So you can see just some widely scattered showers, perhaps offshore and maybe off the Jersey shore. And then as you head into Saturday, it does develop some very scattered areas of light rain in the afternoon, but very, very scattered in nature. It wouldn't really amount to very much. We go into the GFS. We take this a little further here, and you'll see Sunday should be dry, but then we have that rain move in. Light rain, and then Monday we got like a break, and then more rain Monday night to Tuesday, and then this coastal low develops, and that's what we would have to watch for. But it seems now that it's making the more intense coastal low hit more Thursday night into Friday. And this, like I said, this looks pretty wrapped up, and it kind of just sits there all day Friday. It kind of just sits there offshore, and again, it keeps doing this, but now it's using a different low to energize. So if you look at the wind here, you see there would be quite a wind field with this, which can cause significant issues. But again, this is a ways off, and I really paid it too much attention last night because the models are so volatile and keep changing, and we're not really going to have a better idea of what's going to happen, I think, until we get to Monday, at least until the weekend. So it's the models seem to they keep changing on what storm they're picking up, which storm they're intensifying. So let's go to the temperatures. We will go ahead and look at the GFS of the temperatures. You see, we are a little cooler tomorrow, upper 60s, low 70s, and then for Saturday, even cooler with temperatures only in the low 60s, low to mid 60s, which is about normal for this time of year. Sunday, we warm up a little more into the mid 60s. And then Monday, you can see it's already trying to bring in, you can see where the front is right here. We have a stall front and a warm sector that's going to be going over our area Monday, which could make things very brutal on Monday, perhaps, in that warm sector, possibly 75 to 80. I'll have to look at the dew points and the winds. But then the cold front comes through, but then it stalls out to the south on Tuesday, and that is what's going to be a focal point for these low pressure systems to form, is that stall front. And there it is. You can sort of see. And then as far as a really big cool down, we'd have to wait until, like I said, next weekend behind that storm, and then we could have that big cool down. But right now, we are still looking average to above average, at least through the end of this month, I guess. So this is going to be quite a warm October. So let's look at the dew points as we go into your Friday. And you see the winds pick up more out of the south here, but then they go west. So as you see, we got the south. When they go west tomorrow, that's going to bring in drier air and drop the dew points down again. You can see more of a north flow on Saturday, which will really drop the temperatures down. Temperatures only in the dew point temperatures are only so we've got some of that really dry air coming in there, and then you see the dry air sticks around. But then look at what happens on Monday. This is the warm sector here, and this air could be pretty juicy, and we'll have to see. It could get kind of brutal if we get in that warm sector. And you notice the winds have a westerly component, so it could be kind of brutal, and then that pushes away, and then we get into drier air again. So. Yeah, I know. It's we thought we were done with the brutal weather. Nope. Just when you think you're done. That's why you never put the air conditioner away. Remember when we used to put the air conditioner away? Those days are over thanks to climate change. So let's go to the HRRR model. And I want to look at this 0Z HRRR model. And we will take a look and see how this handles that front tomorrow. So see, there is the drier air working its way in. And then even drier and cooler air for your Saturday. Right, here's the temperatures here on this. Look at that. It only has us in the 50s. Now, the HRRR has a little more cloudiness around on Saturday. Tomorrow, HRRR still is near 70. So I guess now we'll go to the sky, and we'll look at the NAM as well. So let me go to the sky here, because we'll still have some sunshine tomorrow, I think. Sunshine and maybe a few passing clouds, high clouds, for the most part. And then it's Saturday. Now, Saturday, it's just got some clouds over Long Island and clear over New Jersey. This is the RGEM model, for whatever reason. Then for Sunday, we start off clear, and then maybe toward the afternoon, we start having some of the cirrus roll in ahead of that front you can see there that's approaching. Let me go to the NAM next. I'm not even going to use the GFS because it's such a low resolution. Let me go to the NAM 18Z. We'll have to roll it back to the 18Z NAM. So this is the NAM for tomorrow, and it kind of shows that we're in like a clear spot over Long Island for tomorrow. So I think we'll see the sun tomorrow. But Saturday, it's still giving us plenty of sunshine on Saturday. So whoever is the HRRR seems to want to overestimate precipitation on Saturday. I bet you, by the looks of that NAM, it looks like Saturday would be dry. So let's go to the NAM 12 and look at, and again, it just has this front just poof. Evaporate, I guess because of the marine air. But you can see here for your Saturday, not really much of a chance of precipitation. And Sunday should be dry, too, so the weekend should be dry. It is next week that we have to watch out for things getting more volatile as far as the weather pattern goes. So let's go now look at the, whatchamacallit, we go to windy.com because that does show the European model, and we can sort of look at the European model and see how it's handling everything. And I'll put it in the clouds forecast so you get an idea of what it's going to be doing for tomorrow. But you can see there's that break of clear sky that's just over Long Island for a good part of the day. Then we see some more clouds later on in the day. And then for Saturday, the European seems to be more like the HRRR and have a lot of clouds around for your Saturday. And Sunday would be clearer on the HRRR. I meant the European has Long Island fairly clear. And then we get into next week, and then we start dealing with this stall frontal pattern here. Here's Monday, Tuesday. It just develops that storm, and it gives us a rainy Tuesday perhaps. And then Wednesday, we kind of stay stuck in the clouds. And then this next system comes through on Thursday here, and that could bring some heavy rain, of course. So we're going to have to deal with 2 rainy days, which I freaking hate rainy days. But it's after that, it looks like it pushes. You can see it's getting more active, the pattern. But if we look at the temperatures, it also cools down. So here's, see, that's days above normal. This day is above normal. Let's see what it does with Monday, that warm sector. See, it doesn't even have that warm sector getting here on Monday, the European. So there's a lot of disagreement going on. But we still have to watch out for the wind situation. So let's go to the wind and see what kind of wind this storm develops. Because again, this is the European. We're looking at wind gusts here, and offshore, you've seen some pretty strong wind gusts there, and that could be creating some big waves with the storm again with that easterly fetch. Here's Tuesday, Wednesday. We still got that easterly fetch, and then Thursday. Look at that. It could be a big southeasterly LLJ event there as well. And again, all this could stir up the water. So let me look at waves. Yeah, you see what we're dealing with here. That we're dealing with that coastal flood threat. I know here I am going into the next week because it has the potential to be a very, very active weather week. And we could be dealing with some coastal flooding issues, some rain. It's just not going to be pleasant. We're paying for all this sunny weather probably next week with at least a bunch of rainy, windy days, which is not the kind of days that you want to be out. So I think that's going to wrap up this weather update. Again, we still have the sun tomorrow, and we'll have slightly cooler temperatures and lower humidity. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.